Welcome back to Offroad Outlaws, y'all, and as you can see, well, this takes up a lot of room in the yard. This is my newest version of my Jeep Gladiator build, and it is on flotation tires that are also double dual front and rear. Now, in contrast to this, the vehicle we are going to be comparing it to on the water is this, the AMG 6x6 with the tiniest set of double duals I have ever seen. This is the minimum allowable tire size. This is the maximum allowable tire size. And even though the game says you will float better if your tires are larger, I wanted to put that to the test to see if it was actually true. So, what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be running the Gladiator first, and then second, we're going to be running this thing, the AMG 6x6, and we're going to see which one actually does better in the water. So what we got to do for this is we got to go and select our map. We're going to go ahead and throw on a couple of extra things first, but nothing too crazy. And the map we are going to use for this is Twin Rivers Lake, one of my personal favorite maps of honestly of all time. This map is one of the most, I would say, well-rounded maps in terms of features that I have ever seen in this game, mainly because you have the absolutely gorgeous lake, you have a, resort-style hotel right next to the lake that you can actually go and walk around in, but you also have a highway system, you have some trails, they're kind of light trails, but they're definitely there, and you also have a full neighborhood and farms that you can use for whatever roleplay scenarios you would like to do. So, I think, this is the way I think this is going to go. I think the Gladiator is going to do better. However, the AMG 6x6 is so fast that I really don't know if that's going to somehow make it do better. Like, the sheer fact that it's one of the fastest vehicles in the game might help it get an edge. Now, let's see if we can just drive over these fences. I mean, these tires are comedically huge, and the fact that they're this wide, it only makes it better. Let's see. Oh my god. How are we even able to squeeze between those trees? Or rather, like, the tree and the barn. That should not have been possible. All right, almost over to the water. I love how we could just, drive over all of this, and it doesn't really even seem to affect us. All right, let's... Easy. We're going to launch both of these things from the same spot right here at the boat ramp. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's see what the Gladiator can do. Oh, wow. Okay, this thing, I mean, we're rolling along 37, 36 miles an hour. Can we hit the ramp? I mean, actually, yes. And, oh, no. Oh, that went well. Oh. Flip me over. Yes! Okay, it will actually let you recover it in the water. Oh, that's so sick! I love that. This thing is amazing. Let's see, can we make this jump? Oh, we can't quite jump the dock. No! Let's see, how much does the nitrous actually help us? Not really all that much, because our speed is kind of already maxed out. Well, you drive over something, and then you get up to about 40, and you can kind of, oh my god. We're actually doing water donuts right now. You can technically kind of water drift this thing. It's hilarious. All right, let's see if we can drive over the pipe. 33, 34, 42. That sped us up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of, you're kind of at the mercy of the water a little bit, but at the end of the day, you can still get this thing moving really, really quick, considering what it is, and considering what you're driving in. I mean, you're literally driving in the freaking lake. And now that the Gladiator is out of the way, I feel like this next part is the part that a lot of y'all have been waiting for, because we are about to run the AMG 6x6, the original Yeetachu, the pretty much the OG, absolute speed machine on the smallest humanly possible flotation tires and, ridiculous amounts of power. Let me just run this thing on the dyno real quick so you can't dyno test this. Never mind. It's very fast. Take my word for it. So, We're gonna do just the same options that we did before. 5 times drone speed, no vehicle damage, NOS, heavy coal. It just makes things a little bit more fun. We're gonna go to the custom maps, we're gonna go to role playing, and we're gonna hit Twin Rivers Lake once again. Now, when we take off in this thing, y'all are gonna see what I mean when I say it's ridiculously quick. And if you're new to the channel and you don't know sort of the history behind this like truck or rig or whatever you want to call it, thing with wheels that goes really, really fast and has no business being as fast as it actually is because the tires are basically the size of Power Wheels tires. Yeah, that thing. Y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about when we set off. All right, so with this thing, let's get it all set up and ready to go and hit the throttle. And as you can see, it kind of just explodes. Explodes in terms of speed, not necessarily physically explodes, thankfully, but it does absolutely explode off the line. And ironically, even with the double duals, it still kind of oh my god, I'm not used to it actually spinning around like that. Oh, come on. Ooh, it does oh my god, this thing is actually really difficult to drive. It's a lot more difficult to drive than I remember. Probably because I've got the flotation tires on it, and they're a whole heck of a lot less grippy than the tires I normally run on this thing. Can it skip over this? Yes, it can. Well, so that went well. Hold on. Let's see if we can, ooh, easy. All right, let's see if we can just get it over to the boat ramp. That's our new order of business with this thing. Now, according to the game, small flotation tires shouldn't work very well. But the game didn't really anticipate this thing. Now, full disclosure, I've never tried this before. Y'all are seeing this for the very first time just like I am. So unless I'm speaking to myself in the edit, then I've seen it before. But either way, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So they don't work. The tiny ones just don't work. They work underwater. As you can see, yeah, they work. They just only work underwater, which makes no sense. Okay, we're back upright now, and apparently there is a threshold where these just won't float anymore, I guess. So let's ease into the water. Yeah, look, oh, wait, we're kind of floating. Oh, no, they kind of work. Okay. It's slow. I mean, I can't really go much more than 11 miles an hour, but it does work. Oh, geez. It's getting, like, tippy. You see what I mean? It, like, every time I turn, it, like, wants to fall over. This thing is, like, it's very sketchy. It doesn't want to stay upright. It literally feels like a boat that wants to flop over. Oh. Well, this went well. Although apparently if you reset it underwater, it will still kind of like, oh, no. You gotta remember to not let off the throttle. If you let off the throttle, you're doomed. Like, you might as well literally be sealing your own doom if you let off the throttle. That's like the absolute biggest no-no, or that. That's also a no-no. Ow, okay. Keeping in mind how ridiculous this is, let's see if we can take it off of a jump. I'm a bit sketched about it, but I'm gonna hit the nitrous and we're gonna see what happens, and because it's not in a high enough gear, it just says no. So at the end of the day, you know, I was hoping we were gonna be able to prove that, like, oh, if you have enough, like, massive amount of horsepower or whatever, you can actually, like, keep up with the larger tires. That's not the case. Even if you have the most power in the world, you're still not going to keep up with the vehicle with the giant tires, at least in the water, in terms of on a flotation basis. But at least we tried it. At least we tried the experiment. I genuinely wanted to see see how it would turn out. And I think we definitely got our answer because, well, unless you are in a scenario where, like, you approach the water with no speed, this doesn't really work all that well. It's actually kind of bad. But if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.